We are at Floreat House today. This is my house for my family. It's built to the Passive House standards, so it features high levels of insulation. It's an airtight construction. It's got high performance doors and windows and heat recovery ventilation system, and it makes the house super efficient, very comfortable and healthy to live in.
What led us to this project is that we had a growing family, 3 boys, very active boys, and we wanted space for them to run around outside of the house. And we had a small house before. The boys shared a room, and we found this amazing block of land, almost 1,000 square meters, which is huge. And we wanted to build a house on it, but a small footprint so that we would have a lot of backyard. When I say small, I mean an efficient home. The kids having their own room was very important for once, and no waste of space. That is essential for me, that every single space is functional in the house. And also another thing that was essential is light. Light is so important. The thing that I hate is having to turn on the light during the day. You want to be able to enjoy the sunlight and have it work for you.
As the architect of our own home, I had to make the house as efficient as possible. With Passive House, the house has to be very thermally efficient. So we always build with timber framed construction. We use a nice thick wall type packed with lots of insulation. We avoid the use of steel or any other sort of high carbon structure. Of course, we have a concrete slab, but we're using that as the flooring as well. We wanted to come up with the most economical and materially efficient shape and form we could. And so what we effectively have is a square-shaped floor plan with a single pitched skillion roof. And the structure of the roof follows the ceiling line, as you can see, which is also the roof line externally. I was determined to find a way to adapt the Passive House standard to the Australian sensibility for the connection to the indoors and outdoors. And we do that by creating nice big open spaces, large windows and doors connecting to the outside. And if we can do that but still get the performance characteristics of Passive House, then it's kind of like a win-win.
What I love about this house is it starts from outside. I love our garden. We planted it ourselves. I had an amazing landscaper that set it up for us. As you walk in, there's that beautiful wood and that striking angle. It just stands out. So that ticks the box design for me. Then it's that entry that when you open the door, you see straight through that concrete little reflective river that then looks out into the courtyard. It's like this endless feel. You're not coming in and then hit with a wall. You're coming in and it's just an open space. And then all the rooms are at the front. So you just walk down the hallway and then you've got your rooms on each of the sides. And then after, you've got this big open space, which is our living space. We cook, we hang out. Ben does his puzzles on the couch. And then the activity room is on the left, where you can close the door. The TV is not in our living space, and you're looking out into these amazing, beautiful windows, looking out into the garden, and then the boys have plenty of room to go outside.
The distinctive shape of the house is really born out of the desire to be as simple as possible. Also, my wife pushed me to not do a conventional design for the street, and I'm really pleased that she did that, because it meant that we could be more pure in the expression of the form. The other benefit of the really simple shape of the house is that we could have a very repetitive structure, and so all the roof rafters are all in one direction and the roof went up really quickly. And we have the low side of the house, which has all the gutters and the downpipes and all the servicing for the house. And the high side of the house is what creates the impression when you first arrive from the street. In addition to that, we laid out the interior so that the cozy parts of the house are in the low ceiling side of the house, and the more open and public areas of the house have benefit from the high ceilings.
Having such an amazing home built to the brief, but also within the budget, which allowed us then to have enough money to enjoy the garden and have the pool, which wasn't initially in the budget. So that came along as because the house didn't eat up all the money, and that was bonus.
Passive House is a German standard for comfort and energy efficiency, and that's fantastic, but it's only really one part of what we do. I'm primarily focused with the efficiency of the design of the home as well. And so solar passive is really important, and that accounts for the orientation of the home, shading of windows to minimize heat gain. But then on top of that, we also want to create spaces that are highly functional and adaptable. We're a family of 5 people. There's 3 boys, and they're rapidly becoming young adults. But we need to create a compact home that can accommodate the change in household over time. In addition to that, we're also making the house flexible because we have a self-contained apartment built into the footprint. And one day that may be an apartment for one of our sons, or it could be an apartment for an elderly parent.
When we have people over, first thing they comment when they walk in, it's when it's cold outside, they're like, oh my God, have you got the heater on? No, it's just beautiful, warm temperature, and it's a constant temperature as well. When it's hot outside, it's cool inside, to the point sometimes that when I wake up and I get dressed, I forget what the weather is outside and I leave in a t-shirt, and my husband has to come out and say, you might need a jacket.
I'm particularly excited about this house because every day we get to enjoy the comfort and the efficiency of the home. We love the fact that we can keep all the doors and windows closed and still breathe fresh air. And you can see the weather rolling in and the sunlight streaming in. And it just feels like you're totally connected to the outside of the house whilst you're all cozy and warm and comfortable inside.